another exciting presentation, and we've been looking forward to this all day, Miss Christal. So we are ready for you. Our next speaker is Miss Christal Woodside. She's a medical nail technician. She's been actually doing this for 15 years. Don't look like it, but 15 years she's been doing this, and she's always been interested in providing the correct care and providing safe care. And so as a result of that, she's actually joined us here, and she's been working with providing the medical nail technician, and she's been doing an excellent job. So she's going to present to us today on solving the diabetic foot part of our team, foot care at home. So she's going to tell you everything you should do and what you should not do. So let us welcome Christal at this time.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. Thank you guys so much. Today has definitely been an exciting day, hasn't it? Yes. I'm sure you guys have learned a lot. You've gotten a lot of information. Yes. So now I'm here to tell you about some foot care at home. We definitely know with the pandemic, it has definitely been a challenge for some individuals because of the social distancing, worrying, fearing, especially because of COVID. What can we do while we are at home? Many would think about cosmetic or even the aesthetics of the foot to be cosmetic, but for a diabetic, it is essential for them, mainly because it aids in their health and wellness of their feet, okay? So with foot care services at home, there are a few things that you actually need to have whilst at home. Some of those things can be, you would need to have a bin actually to place your foot in. So with having a bin, you would also need a mirror. There are some persons who are not able actually to reach the bottom of their feet, and having a mirror being placed on the floor or having someone to assist you in checking to make sure that everything is operating properly or functioning properly on your feet is definitely ideal. You would need a nail cutter, a manicure brush, emery board, and indeed a foot file, okay? So with a diabetic, think about it. A diabetic has to ensure that they have proper foot care. Why? Mainly because you have individuals with diabetes who experience damage in their nerves, especially with neuropathy. So they need to ensure that they are doing their foot inspection at home, not monthly, not every couple of months. This needs to be done daily. So think about it. A diabetic walking outside barefoot or wearing improper shoes, they experience a cut, a bruise, or even a blister. And this goes unnoticed. Why? Because of the loss of sensation at the bottom of their feet, which we've all been informed today by various physicians like Dr. Johnson, Dr. Mitchell, and others. So actually caring for your feet on a daily basis, having a foot care routine is essential, especially for a diabetic. So foot inspection and your foot routine. Check for your feet, your toes, and inspect on top, on the side of them, on the sole, your heels, and in between your toes. It's very important. If you're physically unable to inspect your own feet, definitely use your mirror. Okay? And definitely have someone to help and assist you. Contact your doctor immediately if you have discovered any sores, redness, cuts, or blisters and bruising on your feet. Wash your feet. Don't just jump in the shower. Think about all the rest of this body and don't check for your feet. Properly wash your feet. So wash your feet every day with water and mild soap. Hot water and harsh soap can definitely damage your skin. Check your water temperature with your fingers or your elbows instead of your feet. Why? Because there's a possibility that you are experiencing loss of sensation on your feet. Your diabetes may result in that loss of sensation, and you're unable to check for the temperature of the water before placing your feet in, okay? And with putting your feet within the water, that's not saying I'm having a total spa day, I'm soaking there for at least 15, 20 minutes, I'm just doing a woosah. No. You're properly taking your time with a towel as well, and you're washing your foot off. You're getting in between those toes and grooves, especially if you know someone, you have a family member, someone within your community and all that you know is challenged and they cannot reach their feet. Extend a helping hand in order to help them. Dry your feet, not vigorously. Pat dry them to make sure you dry in between the toes very well. You don't want any water at all to be settling in between the toes because this can lead eventually to an infection. Moisturize your skin. If your skin on your feet feels rough or dry, use a mousse designed especially for your feet. Some people think, well, I'm going to put some oil today, I'm going to put some lotion on today. Can I tell you, those products that you're using are exclusive, meaning that the molecules within those products actually do not have the capacity to actually soak into the bottom of your feet. So you have to purchase a product designed especially for your feet to ensure that moisture is retained. And a good product, always use a product that has urea inside of it, because it actually draws that moisture into your feet to keep your foot looking nice, moist, and of course, fancy. So a few tips. Trim your toes after washing your feet. Why? Because that is when the toenail is at its softest. So you're able to clip your toes much better. And when you use your clippers to actually trim your toenails down, cut them straight across and do not go into your grooves and your side wall. There's a possibility if you continue to do that, you can experience an ingrown. And of course, if you do, we have our specialists on board. Definitely come right back here to put an anchor, okay? So do not cut into your corners. Use an emery board to file your toe. And when you're filing your toenail, you want to file from one side to the center, from the other side to the center. You don't want to cause any gaps in between your nails to cause any seeping of the water staying in between that nail grooves. Because your nails are actually layers upon layers upon layers of themselves, okay? So have your toenails trimmed by a podiatrist or a foot care provider, if you cannot see well or if your nails are too thick or yellow. Be sure not to trim your toenails too short. If you actually trim your toenails too short to the very tip of your nail bed, there's a possibility that your nails can actually lift and cause an infection. Never attempt to remove calluses, warts, or foot lesions yourself. Please see your podiatrist, okay? So this was short and sweet. And if anybody has any questions at all, please do. This is the time. But I hope you've gotten some really good tips for your foot care at home, and show your feet some love and inspect them today. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So any questions at all in regards to your feet and having your services done at home or at a facility?
I would like to ask a question on lotion. That's a lotion.
Go ahead.
That's a lotion.
This is actually a mousse. This is a mousse. Now there are some that which you can use. There are creams. This is a product that is called Foot Logics. You can purchase it right here as well. And as you can see, it's not oily, it's not greasy. Nice and smooth.
I think I can
Yes, we benefited.
Wow. Good on my phone. Okay.
Yes, do moisturize those feet.
Oh, very good.
Any other questions, Crystal?
Yes, any other questions?
No.
And all of those services I definitely explained and I gave some tips on. All of those can be done right here at the foot and ankle. Thank you. Yes.
Well, we'll give it up for Crystal again. It's amazing when I first met Crystal, she seemed so quiet and unassuming.
Yes, sir.
I think the presentation was wonderful. I really want to thank everyone for coming, everyone in the association, everyone out there. We had a wonderful day. Tomorrow we have live surgeries. We'll send this stuff to you online. We got a YouTube channel, as I said, a website. It'll be packaged on the weekend. You'll see it on Jones Communication. It'll be edited where you'll see Dr. Farquharson's lecture, and then you'll see a surgery that he's doing. You'll see Dr. Mitchell's lecture, and you'll see a surgery that she's doing. You'll see my lecture, and you'll see a surgery. You'll see what Crystal was saying. You'll see a demo. So it won't just be us standing up here talking. When you package it and send it to you, you'll hear it, see it, and then we'll have an interview with one of the patients, so you can hear from them as to how they feel about it. Was it safe? Was it secure? Was it whatever it was? And we'll take it from there. All right?